Large clumps of tar have washed up on much of Israel's Mediterranean coastline in what officials are calling one of the worst environmental disasters to hit the country. Thousands of volunteers and soldiers are helping to clear the pollutant which is damaging wildlife. Israel is trying to track the source of the pollution, which is thought to have come from a ship spilling oil. Dozens of tons of tar have been found on many stretches of Israel's 119 kilometers Mediterranean coastline, and there are fears it will take years to clean up. NGOs have reported turtles and birds covered in oil. Environmental Protection Minister Gila Gamliel said 9 ships were being investigated. The Israeli government is considering legal action to win compensation, which could run to millions of dollars. Last Thursday, a 17 meters long fin whale was found dead on a beach in southern Israel. An autopsy had found an oil-based product, a black liquid, in its system. However, an official said it was too early to say whether the liquid came from the same oil spill. A video appeared on the internet with a police officer from the Kostanay region who ran along a swept road, showing the drivers the way. It turns out that his name was Amantai Baijanov. We were patrolling around the city and received a request that there was an accident at the exit of the city on the Fedorsky highway. We went there. We saw that several cars were entering the city and there were those who wanted to leave the city. I had to take measures to make them turn around in the direction of the city because there is no visibility outside the city at all. And if they say on the highway it's not good, they will sweep the car, freeze. There was no time, somewhere the car skidded. I had to push, said Baijanov. The police officer said that he ran about 2 kilometers. It is known about Baijanov that he has been working in law enforcement agencies since 2014. He transferred to the patrol police in 2020. In the same year, he was awarded a medal from the Ministry of Internal Affairs for saving 15 people from a fire. The portal for accepting applications from Kazakhstanis for early withdrawal of pension money for treatment will start working on February 25. Chairman of the management board of Otyrar Bank, Lazat Ibragimova said, according to her, now the entire mechanism is being worked out, which will consist of several stages. In particular, within 2 days, the applicant will wait for the submission of his application. Within 5 working days, according to the rules of the UAPF, the organization must transfer money to a special current account. As of February 18, almost 160,000 special current accounts were opened in Otyrar Bank. Of these, the majority of Kazakhstanis, 96 and little thousand, have applied for housing purposes. Lazat Ibragimov added that all payments will be made by bank transfer. The client will not actually have access to this money and will not be able to withdraw it. After the money is transferred and the treatment is completed, the application will be considered closed. Also, it was reported that in early March, Otyrar Bank will connect the possibility of working with foreign medical organizations. Onwards, my colleague Ingrid Kutibaeva will share with the news of Shymkent and Turkestan region.
Shymkent intends to attract 315 billion tenge of investments. In 2020, 278 billion tenge of investments were attracted to the economy of Shymkent. This is 40% more than in 2019. This year, it's planned to attract 315 billion tenge, the press service of the Akimat reported. At a meeting in the governor's office considered the establishment of an industrial zone Zhildız, the development of industrial zones Ontustuk, Tassai and transport and logistics areas, and creation of agro-industrial zones and industrial areas Mazarik. Akim of Shymkent Murat Aytenov noted that one of the ways to attract investment is the development of industrial and special economic zones. The Zhildız industrial zone will become one of the best projects in the history of Shymkent. For further development plans, it's already necessary to carry out work on infrastructure systems in an enhanced mode, the mayor of the city said. Construction of engineering infrastructure systems in the Zhildız industrial zone is scheduled to begin in June. At the meeting, he gave instructions to return 306 hectares to the state budget and make proposals to investors to create a ready-made production park, brownfield and greenfield, as well as to attract 50 new projects. As of today, 260 hectares of land have been returned to the state. The Shymkent Health Department and representatives of the Swiss Association for the Development of Health and Culture in Central Asia, Medical Nomad Association, already have made an agreement. Now doctors of state medical organizations of the city will improve their knowledge in European countries, and work will be carried out on the development of medical tourism, the press service of the Akimat of the city of Shymkent reports. According to the head of the health department, Bakıcan Pazilov, 4,169 doctors of various specialties work in the city, a number of whom have so far received advanced training abroad. On the basis of the above agreement, 21 doctors will be sent to study abroad this year. Doctors will improve their skills in neurosurgery, general surgery, ophthalmology and otorhinolaryngology. According to the requirements of the department, specialists traveling to European countries must speak English. In the Turkestan region, the police continue to identify violators of public order and traffic rules. In case of violations, the guard of order is first issues a warning, in the second case, a fine. This young man is trying to prove that he didn't violate public order. The company of people violated the rules of the road, after which the drunk man using obscene language assures that there can be no questions of any violation.
We conduct raids on violations of public order in the city. We give a warning to those who speak on the phone, those who are not wearing a seatbelt, and even if the car is dirty. Previously, people didn't understand. Now they have already begun to realize. Malicious violators are punished with fines. That's how we work. Guards work around the clock. For example, this car didn't break the rules, but the car is dirty. The police officer asks the driver to stop. A woman is driving. She is asked to wipe the plates and wheels. This is not only within the framework of the raid, but also just to keep it clean. It's not desirable to move around this form. We don't see the state numbers. We can issue a fine, but we are now giving a warning. The license plate should be visible and the car should be clean too. Oh, I'm so sorry, I will definitely wash the car. Thank you for the warning. During the raid, hundreds of violations were detected in the region. The guards urge car owners to follow all the rules and keep order.